What up, it's your boy Roy Jones Jr. Right now you're checking out Lineal Boxing TV with Bertie. Don't miss it, the man is fantastic.
Steve Bird, Lineal Boxing TV. I'm here, proudly joined by George Lamport. Fresh off his wing on Saturday. Battle of undefeated, someone's about to go. George, just quickly tell us about that fight.
So yeah, it was me versus Konrad Stankowski. I was 5-0 and he was 8-0. So it was a bit nerve-wracking. It's so early in my career having another undefeated opponent, especially, you know, the man wasn't a man turned into a journeyman. The man was a prospect. I mean, he has names like Dwayne Green and McCarthy on his record, so he had good names on his record. Yeah, I got the win by KO, which I'm over the moon with. But it's boxing, so Stankowski will bounce back, probably stronger, I hope, and all the best with his career. But he's a good guy.
Yeah, massive respect as well for two guys, relatively young, both in your careers, to take that chance. Sometimes they try and work you a little bit longer, but that was a good fight for both of you to take. Yeah,
I mean, Al Siesta loves to do 50-50 matchmaking, and it tends to make for a more entertaining show, which was Bracknell Boxing Carnival.
Yeah,
was absolutely unbelievable. It was probably the best small hall show I've personally ever seen. It had everything, it had highs, lows, full of knockouts, great boxing. I mean, for 40 or 60 pounds, it's well worth your money for a night out.
That was exactly the same as what the crowd was saying as well. The crowd were absolutely buzzing. It was a little bit bittersweet for Guilford though, wasn't it? Some real tough fights for you guys.
Yeah, really tough fights. Actually a really emotional night. Obviously I was co-main eventing, so I was second to last.
Yeah.
And first we had Rowan Date up. Rowan Date won, got the knockout, knocked his guy clean out the ring, essentially. Then we had Nick Webb. Nick Webb, boom, knocked out Dorian Darch, who was a tough competitor, and in Nick's comeback, so I was really happy for Nick. Then we had Derek Grenfrew, and it was a 50-50 fight. I didn't watch most of the fight. People were telling me it was 2 rounds to all, and then Derek got caught, and I watched Derek get caught and watched the way he went out. And Derek's one of my best friends, and to watch your bet go out like that, you know,
especially before your fight as well.
Yeah, it hit me quite hard.
Yeah.
And then Naylor, I watched the first round. Naylor next, jabbing beautiful, footwork's lovely in the first round, and then I start preparing, getting ready. I go downstairs, and as soon as I come out of the changing rooms to go downstairs, I see the towel go in, and that hits me hard as well because Naylor's family. So it's lucky, really. There's another boxer there called Darren Cardona.
Yeah.
And he come up to me, said, "Don't focus on them, focus on yourself."
Just kept you sort of focused.
Yeah, right now, he said to me, "Right now they don't matter.
Yeah.
Focus on yourself and your fight," which I needed after that night. I'm still an emotional wreck after that night now.
Yeah.
It's hard to get over.
Yeah, it is bittersweet as well, especially because certainly with Guilford, you are a really, really tight team. I spent a little time with you before, watching you all sort of like training together, all wishing each other well. So it's good for your experience to watch this, though. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got to prepare for everything. So.
Yeah, you have to be mentally prepared for everything.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different for different boxers. Boxers take defeat in different strides.
Yeah.
But you know, touch wood, I'm doing really well at the minute. In my first fight, I had a good opponent, and I come over that. Second fight, third fight, fourth fight. Third fight, so I showed some amazing skill, beautiful footwork. My fourth fight against William Warburton, I showed that, you know, no matter how good the skill level is, I can compete. And then my last fight, I proved I can rough it up. And this fight, I proved I can do everything.
Well, you're saying that you can do everything. Boxing News have called you the English Lomachenko.
Yeah.
What accolade is that?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Obviously, it's great. I love being called that. Like when they say yeah, he's the English Lomachenko, I was like up here. Yeah. But you can't think of that. Because obviously you got to take everything in your stride. You can't go, I'm the English Lomachenko, I'm the best. But yeah, it's certainly nice to be called that. And you know, I've got everyone else calling me the English Lomachenko as well, such as FightTalk.net, and yeah, it's a pretty good nickname, but we'll stick with Fat Boy.
for the time being.
Yeah.
I always try to be quite honest in these. There was something in your performance on Saturday, and the whole lot, that I wasn't quite happy with. That was your ring entrance to Grease Lightning. What was that about? That was good fun.
Well, it's weird actually. I was originally going to come out to "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen because I was wearing the England flag shorts. I thought I've got to come out to a British song. Yeah. And then I did a photo shoot where my gym mate Dan Cadona commented saying, "You look like Frank Zuko from Grease Lightning." I think that's the name from Grease Lightning.
I won't pretend I know his name.
Yeah. Well, Dan Cadona came to me in the. No, sorry. I put a modelling picture on Facebook. They said I look like him, and yeah, Dan, they just winded me up and they said, I bet you won't come out to Grease Lightning. I said, I'll come out to Grease Lightning. And then towards the end of when I was walking to the ring, when I got in the ring, and I knew, because I listened to the song a few times before I walked to it, I knew there was a bit where the beat drops twice, goes boom, boom, and I thought, you know what, I'll just shake my ass to it. And it seemed to have gone down pretty well. Everyone loves that more than they love the fight.
You also knew the words very well, though. You must have watched that a few more than a couple.
You've got to know the words. You've got to know the words before you walk in the ring. I like a good sing-song. So,
let's go on to that though. That you said it before about Siesta Promotions. I've never ever seen such a good small hall card. Every fight was 50-50. Tell us a little bit. How did you start working with him?
Well, Al is a Luther's promoter. Yeah. And Al brought Luther to the gym for sparring, and obviously me and Luther used to both box at Turner's.
That's Luther Clay, right?
Yes. Yeah. So sparring, and Al liked my style, would like to see me on a few of his shows. Plus, he brought boxing to Bracknell to have these local shows and build these local boys up, because there's so many gyms in the local area. Yeah. So it's good to have this local show instead of going to London. Yeah. Obviously, because I boxed in York Hall, I boxed in Tolworth. Yeah. And Bracknell's a nice, easy one, especially for people who buy my tickets, because it's 15 minutes down the road.
Nice and close.
Yeah, you know, they can get a taxi there, have a few drinks. Because for me, it's not only about the wins; it's about my fans enjoying themselves as well. I mean, and shows like that, it's really good for them to enjoy themselves. It gives a little bit, makes it easier for them. Yeah. Apart from York Hall, you know what I mean.
A little bit further out the way, isn't it?
It's a lot further. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would never say no to boxing at York Hall.
Of course.
It's so prestigious.
One of the iconic, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I had to get coaches, and it was more stress for me as well, because I had to organise everything. Especially my dad. My dad sells most of my tickets and sorts all that out. So it's nice to have two in Bracknell, really relaxing.
And that's what people don't understand for the new boxers. Your tickets are your income, basically, aren't they? Yeah. So that can be as stressful as training sometimes, just worrying about people selling. It always seems to be as well, the last week of your fight, everybody wants a ticket, and that's the one time you need to be more sort of concentrating.
It's so annoying. I wish people would stop doing it. But it's part of boxing. Yeah. But I'm very lucky in a position where my dad goes out of his way to sell my tickets. And because not a lot of boxers don't have it, a lot of boxers got to sell them on their own. It's tough. Yeah. But this time I did really well with tickets. Well, better than I usually do with tickets. Yeah. So yeah, I was happy with that. And the roar when I started walking was unbelievable. A little bit intimidating, you know, because you never think you're gonna get a roar like that. Especially me, like I've always sort of been kind of like that low key kid. Yeah. But to get a roar like that was an amazing feeling. It's weird though, like they were all roaring. As soon as I stepped in the ring, just all switched off. You
can't hear a thing.
Yeah, that's right. All switched off.
I tell you, and when you certainly, as you come in, the roar was louder when you actually won. That was a cracking atmosphere. It
was an amazing atmosphere. Yeah, the whole show was the atmosphere was amazing. Again, the audience emotions like up and down, which made the show brilliant. By the time I boxed, because when I won, obviously everyone picked right back up again. Yeah. And I was really impressed with my audience, because actually a lot of them stayed behind for Luther's fight, because boxing is the only sport in the world where people turn up for one fight then leave. Yeah. But I was really happy with my fans to stay and watch Luther. Yeah. Because, you know, that's what boxing's about, support. And Luther's a good friend of mine. Yeah. You know, he's not in my stable, but he's a good friend of mine, so it's nice for them to stay and support Luther as well as me.
Going on from that as well, I think that's because some of your fight, they actually do know what they're talking about. Chatting to your fans, they are actual boxing fans. it's a real good sort of like thriving area now at the moment around here, isn't it? There's some real, like you said, good gyms coming up.
Yeah.
Every person I spoke to knew exactly what they were talking about. They knew the card. It was really know their facts. They know their stuff.
Yeah, well, I've brought people up from my amateur days. You know what I mean?
They followed your career. And
yeah, like a lot of people, like Jimmy Signs was there. He hijacked our last interview after the fight. But like people like, and again, he brings people with him.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone who followed Jimmy's career. Unfortunately, Jimmy never turned pro, but he was when I say he was the best amateur boxer I've ever seen, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And yeah, he brings people with him, and obviously Naylor's fans stay for me because my fans, Derek's fans. So
yeah.
by the time I boxed, I had a substantial number of people because it wasn't just mine; it was Naylor's, Dell's, Rohan's.
Yeah, really cracking atmosphere. Going on from amateurs, you won the Haringey Cup, which I personally think is the best amateur competition going. How good was that experience over 3 days?
Well, it's a weird story, my Haringey Cup. Because I hadn't been in a ring for 2 years.
Yeah.
I give up boxing because just life takes hold of you, doesn't it? You need to get a job and everything like that. So I never boxed for 2 years, and then I started going back to Aldershot ABC, which is owned by Andy Young and my uncle Danny Brewer. And so I got up there, and they said to me, "Why don't you give this a go? You'll win this."
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, big international competition, I suppose I'll give it a go, see if I love the sport still. And I had the favourite on the first day. I was like, in the draw, I got the favourite, and I was like, oh. So I went in there, I beat the favourite. I was like, oh, that's not too bad. Then the second bout, I had the England boy, the GB boy, and I was like, oh, I beat him. Then the third round, I had another boy who was like up here, arms down to his ankles, but I managed to win the whole thing, so I was really impressed. And then after that, I just decided to turn pro. So realistically, senior amateur-wise, I only had 3 fights.
Yeah.
I won a Haringey Cup, so I'll take that.
Cool, that's good going, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't tell I take it as it comes. I don't tell to dwell on my boxing career. I do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
No other reason. So, but it's always nice to win something like that. Especially, I can't believe how well organised the Haringey Cup is as a whole.
That's right. For so many boxers as well.
Yeah.
To keep that running.
Yeah, but my prouder moment at the Haringey Cup, I won the actual Haringey Cup. The year later, they had a skipping competition, which I went and won that as well. So I was really impressed with myself there.
Talking about people that won the Haringey Cup, we've got Chris Eubank Jr. You've sparred with him.
Yeah.
Josh Kelly.
Sparred with Josh Kelly as well.
Yeah. How good was that in Brighton as well? Ronnie Davis was really complimentary about you as well.
Ronnie Davis is a top trainer and a really decent man. And he pulled me over one day and said, "You can go all the way. This is what you need to do." And he's always really nice to me when I'm down there.
Yeah.
Last time I went down there with Chris was just a week before he fought JJ McDonough.
Yeah.
In Saudi Arabia.
Which is just won in 3 rounds.
Which just won in 3 rounds, yeah. And we told him, I said, "Oh yeah, I've got a guy to let you know." He said, "This early in career?" He said, I said, "I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't do that." Which obviously I was like, Ronnie Davis is saying I shouldn't do this. Yeah. And Ronnie Davis clearly knows what he's talking about, but you know, Ronnie doesn't know me well enough to gauge my level. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I go spar Chris, and obviously he sees my level from when I spar Chris. I've had some great spars with Chris, but yeah. But I've always been kind of underestimated.
Yeah.
I feel in boxing, and Saturday night I showed what I'm capable of.
This could be a real sort of like a good kickstart for you as well now, isn't it? Because like you said, a lot of people noticed that performance as well. 2 undefeated guys, and
yeah, he shot me up to number 19 in the UK as well.
Yeah, that's right, 200 in the world now as well. Isn't it?
Top 200 in the world. Yeah, that's
insane for someone so relatively early in their career.
Yeah, to only have 6 fights, everyone around me's had. I think the least has had 9 and won 9, and the most has had 15, won 15. So for me to be that highly ranked after 6, I'm really pleased with. But you know, I've had 3 really tough fights in a row in Warburton, Paplaskis and Stemkowski. And so if you looked at it like a chart, I've gone like that. So now it's time to level it a little bit, then go up again.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm only 21. So again, I'm one of the youngest in division. I think the only boy younger than me in division, last time I checked, was Ricky Heavens, who's 20 and I'm 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got plenty of time.
It's not a sprint, is it? So
no, it's not a sprint. You've got some good people in the division, so I'll wait till I feel like I'm more of a man before I fight them, because realistically I'm not in my man's body yet.
Yeah.
So give it a couple more years.
And you can always go through your weights as well, so you just...
I don't think I'll go through weights, to be honest with you. I think...
Lomachenko did.
Yeah, well, I'm a natural super welter.
Yeah.
And I think I'll fill into the super welterweight. But you don't know by the time you're 30. If I'm 30 and touch wood, I've done really well and I've won titles, then maybe I'll go up to middleweight. But for now, it's super welter.
Let me quickly go back to that then. Obviously, sparring Chris Eubank, you and Josh Kelly, obviously bigger guys. And how did you, certainly with Chris Eubank Jr., he's fighting the super middle, how did you actually find his power and stuff like that? And without giving too much away, obviously, about your spars, but...
Yeah, I just saw 8 films or more anyway. With Chris Eubank Jr., the thing people don't realise is it's not the power.
Yeah.
It's the volume.
Yeah. It's relentless, isn't it?
Yeah, he can throw 20 punches, and you know, if you get hit with one, it doesn't bother you. To say it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But if he's hitting you with 15 of that 20,
yeah,
that's when it starts to bother you. And he's so fit, he can do that for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I've had some good spars with Chris. I keep him on the end of that. I try to keep him on the end of the jab as much as I can. But he'll always wear people down. Yeah. And he's generally super fit. But I've seen him have some amazing spars with myself, Darren Cardona, JD Smith. So Rowan Day had a great spar with him last time. Derek Renfrew actually, who boxed on the show and unfortunately got stopped. Yeah. I see him spar Chris months ago before the Battle of Bracknell show in July, and it was a touch and go spar for Chris Eubank Jr. Yeah. But yeah, Chris is one shot power. Yeah. I wouldn't say is amazing, but his volume and his work rate, I'd say, can stop anyone if he pins him down. And obviously, how good is Josh Kelly? Obviously sparring him as well, because Adam Booth's done a cracking job with him. Well, I suppose it's like sparring a mirror. We couldn't really get shots off on each other because we're kind of similar style. Yeah, sort of counteracting each other. Yeah, and obviously, like he didn't want to take a risk, and I didn't want to take a risk. So yeah, but Josh is a great fighter. I think I'd like to see. I've never really seen someone steam into Josh Kelly yet. Okay, yeah. So I'd like to see how he deals when someone steams into him. Yeah. But I think to be honest, I think he'll handle it well. I mean, Adam Booth's a great trainer. Yeah. So I think Josh has got it into win a world title at welterweight. Yeah. But I think he needs a bit more time. Nobody really knows how good he is. Was that fair to say? Yeah, I think everyone's got really high expectations for Josh Kelly. Yeah. But they don't know if he's going to hit a certain level yet. Yeah. He's definitely British level. He'd definitely win a British title outright. European, I can see him definitely winning a European title. World level, there's some great fighters at world level. Yeah. With his style and his speed, I definitely think he can beat the likes of Garcia, Porter, and Thurman. Really? Yeah, I can see it, but I think he needs some time. Yeah. Let's go on to the world level. Who was your boxers sort of growing up? Who was your sort of heroes? Boxing heroes. Well, really early from a little boy, I used to love Ricky Hatton. Everyone loved Ricky Hatton. How can you not love Ricky Hatton? Yeah. You remind me a little bit of Ricky Hatton. You've got that way about you with the crowd, and you've got that sort of where you can relate to people. And yeah, well, I love Ricky Hatton. Again, I relate to Ricky Hatton, but it's there's so many great boxers out there in the world. Like my favourite boxer of all time, well, my favourite to watch of all time, is quite an unknown one. He's always slid on the radar. Emmanuel Augustus. Okay, yeah, of course. He used to box like he was drunk. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's the best to watch. I really highly recommend if you Google his name and watch his fights. It's unbelievable. And I think he was really hard done by because he had a 50-50 record when he could have been like, I don't think he would have been a world champion, but I think he would have won an interim title and possibly fought for a world. Yeah. If they managed his career better. Yeah. But there's a lot of fighters I love. I love Floyd Mayweather. Not so much attitude wise. Maybe later on in his career I liked his attitude. Yeah. But boxing wise, defensively he's probably the best. He is the best defensive fighter of my generation, bar Lomachenko. And obviously I love watching Loma. Loma is amazing. I think Loma's the best boxer in history. I couldn't agree more. He will go down. I had this conversation as well and someone told me I was stupid, but he will go down as the best boxer that's ever been. Yeah, especially amateur wise. He had 396 amateur fights and lost one. And then revenged that like 6 times. Yeah, I mean... And that fight he lost, it was an absolute gimme. Yeah. You should have won that. But. The only, I think he won the Slido fight as well. Yeah. So,
and that was his second fight, wasn't it?
Second pro fight, he's fight for a world title.
Yeah. And he sort of got bullied out of that fight, really, he didn't.
Yeah.
That was a fight he should have won. Crazy. He's the only fighter I've ever watched, just watched his footwork.
Yeah.
It hurts my head.
Yeah.
It hurts my head just watching him.
It's all that Ukrainian, it's all dance lessons.
That's right.
Because I learned this lesson when I was really young. Dance helps boxing. For any young boxers who hopefully watch
That's
this.
why I was a shit boxer. I danced like Carlton out of the film Prince.
I've done ballroom. I love ballroom dancing.
Okay.
It's actually one of my favourite. People tell me it's not a sport. It is a sport.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah.
It's actually one of my favourite, and I do it quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it actually helped my boxing career a lot.
Well, listen, if it can help Lomachenko, everyone's going to be dancing.
I mean, I don't want to see what Ukrainian folk dancing looks like. Jesus, imagine that.
No. Give us your thoughts on Tyson Fury's fight against Wilder.
Tyson Fury Wilder. Do you want my honest opinion?
Honest opinion.
I think Tyson Fury's going to do him. You know.
Do you know what? And I'll say this on camera as well with you. You can't write Tyson Fury off.
No, I don't think
he fights better when all the chips are down and everyone's on him.
And you know,
I think it'll be a boring fight.
I think if it's going to be boring fight, Tyson Fury's going to make it boring on purpose.
Exactly, that was my next point. He'll keep him on a jab, he'll tie him up.
Yeah. I love Fury. I believe it or not, I love his attitude, because his attitude isn't necessarily on the, well, it is, he says on the best way, and to be fair, he's never lost, and he was lineal heavyweight champion of the world.
That's right.
But
that's why I called it this, lineal.
Yeah. He's it's just I've been watching the obviously the press conferences, and Wilder got all up in his face. You know, most boxers would fold. Tyson Fury just turned to you and says, just whispering sweet nothings in my ear. And how Wilder must feel, because Wilder's given it all that, and just getting verbally bullied.
Yeah.
How he must feel, I don't know.
You can't beat him at that game, can you?
No. You know, and if again, Anthony Joshua is very similar to John Taylor Wilder. If they hit you, it's
game over. Yeah.
But can they hit Fury?
Yeah.
I mean, John Wilder's a lot faster than Anthony Joshua, but they come from all the way from Japan to come and hit you.
That's right.
So, realistically, I don't think he's going to catch Fury cleanly.
It's going to be a really interesting one, isn't it?
He struggled with Ortiz as well, and Ortiz is a lot slower and more cumbersome than Fury because of the age.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see Wilder and Joshua fight someone young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because realistically, Povetkin was what, 39?
That's right.
Klitschko's 40 odd, 41, 42. Ortiz on his card says he's 38. Yeah, we all know he's defected from Cuba.
That's right.
So he's much older. We all know that.
Yeah.
It's like Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux's card says he's 40. Well, I know he's probably 45.
Yeah. I can't wait for that Fury fight. Like you said, I just think he's got his number. I just think he's going to be. I think you're going to be so shocked about how sharp he's going to be. Just that jab. Just keep him on it.
It's a weird subject with Fury because everyone hates Tyson Fury, and I don't understand the hate. I honestly don't. I think Fury's a tremendous boxer, and if you speak to Fury outside the ring, he's such a nice, genuine bloke.
Yeah. I never beat on boxers because I know what a tough sport is. Yeah. All boxers make mistakes.
Things come out your mouth, especially in the moment.
Of course, yeah.
Because we did that interview after the last fight.
Yeah.
And everyone asked me, like, what did you say, Nate? I was like, I don't know. Everything just came out. Right. Jimmy Simons took it over halfway through. I mean, yeah, he may have said some things, he may have done some things, but at the end of the day, that he's gone out there to Klitschko's hometown, beat Klitschko, and let's talk about the Klitschko fight.
Let's talk about the fight. That's right. Yeah,
for a second. Yeah. How easy did he make it look? Yeah. Joshua made it look very hard work. And don't get me wrong, it's a great fight to watch, the Joshua Klitschko fight. They both go down, they both get up, but just it's how easy Fury made it look.
Yeah.
I don't think Klitschko landed one shot, maybe one at the most, and people give Fury a hard time. I just don't see why.
Yeah, it's going to be certainly exciting watching him coming back. Yeah.
But the heavyweight division's really sparked up again because you had those mid-years where it wasn't as great.
Yeah.
And now you've got people like Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Dillian Whyte, Fury.
Dubois, Daniel Dubois.
Dubois, yeah.
Nathan Gorman, another traveller, fantastic boxer he is.
Nathan Gorman, yeah. Surprisingly fast, Nathan Gorman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For someone so big. Have you seen him on the pads with Ricky Hatton?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know why Ricky's padding him. Ricky's about up to his waistline. But yeah, it's weird. Boxing heavyweight wise, domestically is awesome.
Yeah. And
worldwide is a different. I think it's a different story because obviously you've got Wilder as WBC world champion, which is fair enough. But fight wise, do I think on paper if I look at his record on paper and I've seen who he's fought, do I think he's fought anyone apart from Ortiz? And Ortiz, I think, his career's finished anyway, being an old man. Do I think he's beat anyone? Not realistically.
Yeah.
And I think Dillian White on paper has the better wins.
That's right. The better resume, yeah.
But boxing in the States is totally different. Of course, where America's so big, obviously you can get journeymen in your state who are worth nothing and pad his record to the WBC have to say, oh, he's 40-0, 30-0, whatever he is, let's give him a shot at the world title. Yeah. Where over here, where we're a smaller country and our journeymen, the things with British journeymen, if they want to switch you off, they'll switch you off.
Yeah.
So that's the amazing thing. You've got people like Nick Webb fought Dorian Darch. If Darch really wanted to get, well, don't get me wrong, Nick stopped in the second round. Nick's an absolute animal. I'm not taking anything away from Nick, he's superb. But if Dorian Darch was fighting another heavyweight and wanted to switch him off, you could switch him off. Yeah. I'm not saying Darch is a journeyman either, but I know he's hitting the road now. Yeah.
And Dorian Darch is one of those guys, and he'll readily admit, he'll just fight anyone anywhere. You could call him tomorrow and say, we've got a fight. Yeah, well...
literally
what happened to him.
Yeah, well, I was in the changing room with Dorian Darch, and he was like, yeah, I got the call the other day, don't bother me.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, really nice
just
guy.
Fight, I love... And boxing's not... I said it to him, I tweeted him. Boxing's nothing without people like him.
No. People see these records of these journeymen and say, what are you fighting them for?
Of course.
They're not bums.
No.
They know that experience, like I fought William Warburton, 200 odd fights. Yeah. That experience is daunting. Even though he's lost most of them, he always wins the big ones.
That's right.
And beats the best boys. Yeah. So for me to beat him in the fashion I did was quite great. Especially after beating I want to say Adam Jones, but don't quote me on that.
So let's finish off. Tell me about your sponsors. This is a really good one.
So the sponsors, I'm in with the Kingsman lot. So that's a brilliant sponsor, but everyone knows about sort of that now. But I've got a few sponsors. I've got Big School, who is a tutoring session. It's like a tutor group. And I've actually got really bad dyslexia. Okay. So I can barely read, really bad. And he tutored me and helped me out. So really good organisation. And like kids with dyspraxia, dyslexia, just general kids who are getting bullied. So I also got bullied at school. Yeah. So just anything. It's learning in a different way. And
that's lovely, isn't it? To sort of keep them on your sort of journey as well.
Yeah. Well, he does a lot for me. I still talk to him now. Yeah. So for him to help me out is super nice. Yeah. I've got PWM Scaffolding, who's a local business, my Uncle Peter's business, Peter Martin. Scaffolding's the best scaffolder around. Yeah. I've got Paid Power, Block Payment, which is Vinnie Lamport, who's related to me. Great business. Block Pavement, couldn't ask for more. His son's actually a superstar. His son's 6, baby Vinnie Lamport.
Baby Vinnie Lamport.
Yeah, that's what we call him. He's the best 6-year-old boxer you've ever seen. Unbelievable.
I think I've seen a clip on social media.
Yeah, he's
on the pads.
Yeah, he's absolutely stunning. I've got Loom Tree Productions, who do all my promotion videos. Yeah. You might have seen him on Facebook when I'm walking through Guilford. Yeah, it's Willie Devereux's business. He's outstanding. Trying to think now under the pressure. I've got Kerry Roberts Barbers in North Camp.
Yeah, I know Kerry Roberts.
Yeah, Toby and he's boxing mad. It's hard. You got Whiteley Clinic. That's one trying. The Whiteley Clinic in Guilford. Mark Whiteley, he's a top varicose vein surgeon in the country. He's a top in the world, I think, as well. And it's a brilliant place. Varicose vein surgeon. Yeah, sponsors are really hard to come by. A lot of people message me for sponsorship. How do we get involved? And you tell them prices and they kind of back off, but you got to tell them, look, this is kind of my boxing career.
That's right, yeah.
I can't just fund this out of nothing.
Yeah. It's your job, isn't it? It's your job.
Yeah, it is my job, yeah. Before this, I was actually working for the Bank of America. I had a great job, but it's just not the same, is it? It's not the same getting punched in the face.
People quite enjoy getting punched in the face as well.
Yeah, surprisingly, yeah. If any boxer goes, I like being punched in the face, they're liars. You don't do this because we don't do this because I like getting punched in the face. We just like the moment.
That's right. I tell you what, it's absolutely fantastic. It sounds like you've got a brilliant team about you. When are you next out again?
I'm out hopefully in December time on my manager's show, Joe Pyle. Yeah. Who show at the Thistle Hotel, Heathrow.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good little venue there as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a very posh little venue.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm always down for boxing on a dinner show.
Yeah. No, brilliant catching up with you. You went to Wavell School as well, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
I went there. Did you ever hear the rumour that Mr. Morris got dangled out the window? Was that rumour still going when you were there? No,
probably not. I'm only 21, aren't I? There was plenty of rumours flying about teachers there, though.
That makes me feel so old. Did you ever have any fights down the logs?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What was your record?
I only fought down there once. Like,
only once?
I actually smashed a kid up for bullying me.
Okay.
I don't condone violence.
That's always good if you get, yeah, that's right.
On the street, but when people bullying you, you got to fight back at some
Was it a 315?
It was. The fact Wavell hasn't changed in about 20 odd years is amazing.
I had 2 fights there. I got one draw with Gary Coombs, and the second I had a fight with one of my best mates. But as we walked down there, he says, look, we won't have a fight if you give me a backy home. So we sort of called it a draw. So I had 2 draws.
That's I know Wavell's a chavvy school, but that is the chavviest sentence I've ever heard. I won't fight you if you give me a backy home.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too good, does it?
Oh, Jesus. I couldn't afford a bike, so I was giving no one backies. It's a good thing I live 15 minutes down the road.
I'll tell you what, it's been fantastic catching up with you. We'll really watch your journey. We'll try and catch up again soon. Is there any last things you want to add at all? Or?
Yeah, if there's any young prospects who want to box, go to Guilford City. Guilford
City. Lovely catching up with you, mate. We'll watch your story. It's really exciting. And we'll catch up soon.
Cheers.
Good man.